Welcome back to Bioshock, everyone. I'm
Woo!
fucking
Woohoo!
this guy, and with me, as always, is the other guy.
Woo!
Uh,
Woohoo!
woohoo! We have to send our weapons in this tube. Great,
Holy
we only
cow.
have a wrench now.
Hey, that's all you need.
Oh, and a camera.
You can literally
But we
shoot
still have our
electricity and
Yeah.
freeze people with your left hand. I think you're good.
So Matt, you brought up this topic to me
Mm-hmm.
earlier in the day that I kind of want to discuss, and I want to hear what you have to say about it. Now, to everyone listening, oh, hold on one second, something's happening.
I mean, looks like you're looking. Oh.
I bet when your boss waggled out of hell, he done told the devil he'd be right back. And the devil says, "Sure thing, Mr. Fontaine. I'll hold his hat." Ryan promised Fontaine was dust, and now here you are doing his dirty. I guess that makes Ryan a bum, and you a...
I can't see anything.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, it's foggy as hell. Oh. Thought I heard a robot or a turret. I should say. Yep. Right
there's
over there.
turrets. There's some people screaming. There's some people running at you. So you wanted to ask me a question.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Again, so much shit happening. You brought up the topic of Dana White. Oh, and to those, that's what I was going to say. For those of you listening, and I've mentioned this plenty of times before, Matt and I have a lovely podcast that is currently in hiatus, but still up and available for everyone to listen to. It is called Takedowns to Breakdowns, and it is like an MMA-related podcast. We talk about it all, movies, UFC, you name it. And the hot topic seems to be about another hot topic. Someone who just got swole in 16 weeks. And we're just all gonna pretend that it's, natural, just diet and exercise. Of course, I'm mentioning Dana White.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, in my opinion, I believe he went to whatever doctor, right?
Yep.
But he's absolutely on the Joe Rogan cocktail. I think he kind of always was, though.
I think he was on HGH.
I know he's always been, like, fat jacked.
Yeah, but I thought he was on human growth hormone for a while. Or he's just that big.
Yeah, I look at that dude's biceps, and they're ungodly.
Yeah.
They look like they're my thighs.
He's pretty jacked right now.
Yeah.
He's beyond jacked right now.
What's your take on that whole situation?
Right now he's fucking shred city. He has a six-pack. He has cum gutters. He has vascularity across his entire arms going up to his chest. He has, like, he looks... I can't believe this is how he looks. He was always a bulky guy, like a husky, big lifter kind of guy. And I know he had a horrible lifestyle. He only slept like 5-6 hours a night. He ate whatever he wanted. He had a YouTube thing of like showing an example of eating whatever the chefs at whatever establishment he was at were making him, some crazy dish. He snacked on garbage like candy and chips. He ate fast food all the time. Like he had a horrible fucking diet and schedule. And I think his workouts were really just lifting heavy. So that's why he kept the mass of bulkiness. But overall, you watched the whole video, right?
I did watch that video that you sent me.
Okay, so for those of you who haven't seen it yet, it's a video of him on a podcast kind of talking about not the specifics. And that's the thing that I'm just thinking, okay. He hasn't detailed the specifics of what he's changed for the 16-week transformation. He just said, I went to a doctor, this guy that supposedly can tell you exactly how long you have left to live. He did a hardcore blood analysis and said I have 10.4 years left based on my current lifestyle, my diet, my exercise, just all the stuff I have going on with my body. I have 10 years left. So he said, and I said, what do you want me to do? And he told me what to do if I wanted to change that, so I did. And then he posted a picture of him fucking shredded. Like I said, just completely shredded. And it is a major change. You made a good point. 16 weeks, I guess, is a good chunk of time, right?
It's 4 months, you know? Again,
That's a good
I
chunk of
totally
time.
believe he's not 100% natural whatsoever. And we got our weapons back. I do believe there's science involved, for sure.
Chemistry.
But I mean, I even brought up the point to you in the text. Like, I mean, there's programs like Insanity where it's a 60-day workout regimen. And, you know, there are people that are just absolutely shredded by day, like, 59, you know? So is it possible? Yeah, I mean, the thing is those pictures that are kind of floating around the internet right now, he's still kind of jacked. Like, yeah, he has a bit of a belly. He's not obese, though. A little bit chubby, I would say.
You think he looks chubby in the
Here's
picture I
the
just
thing.
sent you with the six-pack?
The problem with Dana
Wait.
White is he looks fat with the shirt on, no matter what.
No,
still-
but you're
he's
saying
just
he
what- he
looks
just has that
chubby with the
body
picture
type.
I sent you. Are you looking at the picture
No,
I
no,
sent
well-
you that I texted?
No, not the one with the shirt off.
Oh, you didn't say that. You said the picture I sent you, and I said, yeah, the one with the six-pack?
I'm sorry. The picture's in reference to the video that you sent me. Yeah, I wasn't specific.
Oh, okay.
So there's like a picture of him like passed out on a chair, and then him, I believe he's got his arm around Khabib. And again, like he still has jacked arms. He's what I call fat jacked. You know, like he had a little bit of a belly, but everything else seemed fine. But it until you see that picture, and then you see him with the shirt on again, like even in that interview that you sent me, I'm like, with the shirt on, he just doesn't look different. It's when he takes the shirt off, I'm like, holy shit. And I compared him to like when Master Roshi takes his shirt off in Dragon Ball Z, and he's just this shredded, just god of a human.
Well, it's because Dana White doesn't wear like he's got big shoulders and big arms, so he doesn't have super form-fitting shirts on. He usually has billowy shirts because of it. So what was your question specifically?
In regards to Dana?
Yeah, what did you want to... You said you wanted to get my opinion on specifically what? If he was on something?
Overall everything. I mean, how he looks. I mean, because I think he's never looked better. As far as, like, people making comments, you know, again, it's like when I see people talk about Joe Rogan, you know, and it's like... These guys are in their 50s. You know what I mean? Like, if they went all natural, they're not going to look anything like that. And it's like... Again, they look better than I do, and they have a lot more money than I do. And if Dana can absolutely benefit from the advice that he was given, from, I forgot who he said the person was, person that was helping him this entire time, suggesting what to do and whatever. Yeah, I mean, props to them, and it makes me second guess and really think about my lifestyle choices.
Does it? Okay, so that video actually impacted you personally.
Oh, sure.
Okay. Are you gonna make changes?
We'll see.
Wow. So if you were told you had 8 years left to live, you would be like, I mean, I don't know. I can't stop Domino's. I love my ranch bacon chicken pizza. I gotta have that.
I mean, who doesn't?
I mean, hey, man, it's your life to live. If you want to do that, then I'll say I'll miss you. But,
No, I definitely need to do something. am I gonna like say goodbye to all those places? Probably not anytime soon. Um, but as far as like watching what I'm eating and stuff, yeah, I definitely need to work on something and probably fast. Because it's all downhill from here, and I'm not getting any younger. Um,
Nope.
and it doesn't help either when you have a job where you now sit all day. You're not as active as you used to be.
Mm-hmm.
So there's always that.
I mean, you could stand. You could technically stand.
You're right. Or I could sit down and see what kind of upgrade I want for one of my weapons. So Matt, we have a selection to choose from. So all this is free. Now, the thing with this upgrade machine is once you choose something, that machine gets destroyed permanently. Obviously, we're going to come across more than one throughout our journey, but this is where we need to make some smart decisions here.
Machine gun
Now,
kickback.
you've been...
So recoil reduction.
That's what you would go for?
Yep.
All right.
Or...
And now we have like this little...
Okay, never mind.
Or it's too late because we now have the kickback.
It's... yeah.
Or
It's fine.
anti-kickback or
It's
whatever.
too late.
But
That's
yeah.
okay, though. That's okay. That's okay. I was going to say shotgun rate of fire.
Wow.
I actually haven't been using the machine
So like we
gun.
were saying... No, you haven't. Like you were saying, though, I do hope that if you found inspiration that it leads you to a good path. A sustainable path. Because health is wealth, man. That's the true thing. Again, that is the fucking system at play, right? The system wants you to be broken and unhealthy and dependent on a medical insurance plan for the prescription medicine that you need in order to get by your day-to-day. Whether that's depression because your body chemistry is off because of the shitty food, whether it's blood pressure problems because of the shitty food and sedentary lifestyle of working at an office job, whether it's you could insert whatever you want, but the system is thriving when you play into their game and take a stop at all of their advertisements of convenience that really just chip away at your overall well-being.
I don't know what it is. You know, I mean, you've personally have experienced it with me and just seen me go through ups and downs with some sort of weight loss or just health conscious journey. And I don't know what it is where I'm on a roll, I'm doing great, and then all of a sudden it just stops. Because I can't say that I get bored with it or it's dull or even that if I were to choose a diet, like I stick to it and then I end up really enjoying it. Like I really don't mind it. And I've tried tons of diets. Even just eating regular shit and just literally portioning everything out to what you're supposed to be eating, the right serving size.
That's something that you got to figure out, man. You got to figure out if like you have something going on emotionally. You got to figure out if you have something going on mentally. You got to figure out if it's something going on with just it's not sustainable because it feels like a crash diet situation. You got to figure that out, you know?
Not that I want this to be a therapy session or anything, but like, I don't know if there's something like
You don't
deep
have to.
down
No.
inside
You
that
don't.
just food is like the answer. I don't know, but
I mean, it could be. Maybe that's just how it is for you, man. You never know. I do want to make a comment that I love that. Do you know how terrifying it would be if you found rock tunnels like in the ocean? Do you know how terrifying that would fucking be? Have you thought of that? Have you thought of just, hey, I wonder if I should be concerned about the pressure outside of this rock tunnel, if this rock tunnel is properly fortified?
you know what, Matt? That's why there's great men in this world, and you're one of them. Because losers like me think about the game like, oh boy, I spent $60 on this. Let me enjoy the story for what it is. And then you're like, oh shit, like this shouldn't be here. Technically, pressure and rock tunnel equals bad. Uh, yeah, no,
A
I never actually thought of
leak, a
that.
single leak at the pressure and depth of
I
where you
mean,
are. If I walked into that, I would be terrified. I'd be like, I'm not walking through this fucking door into a rock tunnel under the ocean. Are you out of your fucking mind? Creepiness aside, spooky, creepy shit aside, it's just not a good idea. It's just not a good idea. Also, can you imagine what it must smell like down there? Think of the stagnant seawater that's just sitting there in the dark in a rock tunnel.
Matt, you really opened my eyes. I have a new perspective now when playing this.
Wait, are you not immersed in the game when you play it? Do you not feel that? Do you not feel like you're there? Like, what goes through your mind with these games if you don't think these things?
All right, hold on before I answer this question. That's Atlas down there, by the way. He says his family is in that sphere thing.
Hmm. Oh. I have a compensator and I can fucking shoot my machine gun. I'm gonna go in there and just lay waste to them. Oh boy, you better get the shooting. You better get the shooting. Okay, so yeah, I was asking you, do you not feel immersed into the game? Do you not think these things when you're playing it?
Not so much my surroundings. More of the characters, what's being said, my actions during a fight. At least with this game. I really don't pay attention to the environment. You know what, though? I've also played this game multiple times. So I don't know if, like, maybe I did my first run-through of this game. But, I mean, I never had, like, you know, scientific thoughts and, like, you know?
Because I feel like the environment is designed to create this atmosphere to make you feel certain things, right? They don't want you to feel comfortable going through a rock tunnel. Well, why wouldn't you feel comfortable? Well, it's because it's a fucking rock tunnel at the bottom of the ocean. That's unfortified from the pressures of the deep sea, right? Not to mention it's dark, it's full of like blood and corpses and things that want to kill you, but there's also just that being a thing, right? Hence why you see leaks in tunnels and you go, oh, right, I'm underneath the ocean. That's supposed to make me feel uneasy because... So, what do you think? Do you just think, oh, that's a nice door? And then you go, oh, I like the water here. And you just... Is that how you go through the game? Or do you do anything more specific of how you feel immersed in it?
I mean, it's like, okay, what's my goal? What's my objective? Okay, I have to go here. Let me just do this. Okay, what do I need ammunition-wise? Do I need more health? Do I need more Eve syringes? I don't really... I mean, for all I care, these could probably be... I don't know, you know that old screensaver on, like, Windows 95, and it looks like you're going through a maze, like a labyrinth? The walls could look like that for all I matter. Like, it doesn't matter.
So you don't care about the atmosphere, you don't care about the environment?
I mean, I do, but I think, again, this is like my 5th or 6th time playing this game.
Well, no, not just this game. I'm talking in general when you play games.
It really depends. It really depends. By the way, this is like one of my favorite levels in this game. arcade.
Now, why is this one of your favorite levels? You're just going through it to accomplish a goal, you said.
Actually, talk about a contradiction. So here we go. The atmosphere is just way different. Just with the vegetation everywhere. And we get introduced to a specific enemy, which I don't know if that's coming up or what. Oh.
Hey, can you help me, man? Can you help me out?
Alright, do you see how there's like someone fucking with us right now?
No, they want help. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hello.
So now we have this new type of splicer. Oh, disappeared. Houdini splicers.
Is that really what they're called? Houdini splicers?
Yeah.
That's a very appropriate name.
See?
Score too low. Okay. Houdini splicer.
It's funny, but it filled the bar.
Very fitting. It's
Yeah.
Very fitting. That's very fitting.
I remember the first time I played this game, and I'm like, oh, sir, I'm here to help. Finally, another normal person. And then I go up to the mask. I'm like, oh, that's a cool mask. And I'm like, wait, I don't remember my character ever having a shadow. And I turn around, and I remember actually getting jump scared.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of wait. Speaking of getting jump scared, what is the scariest game you've ever played?
The scariest game I've ever played. So I don't know if I've discussed this, but when it comes to scary games, I'd rather watch someone else play it, and I like to be a backseat gamer. I am not one to play those games myself. Now, the scariest game... I know one game that I tried many years ago for the PS2. I don't know how popular it is, but it's called Siren. It's... I wouldn't say it's a Japanese game, but it takes place in Japan. I remember getting through maybe the first 2 levels, and it was just really creepy, and I stopped playing it. I want to say maybe that was the freakiest game, which I don't know how well that game actually aged. I haven't played it since.
I mean, I feel like a timeless
Yeah,
horror
so
game is
maybe
Spaghetti.
that. Oh, Spaghetti. Yeah, well, okay. First off, I thought that was going to be some sort of like Bop It type of game. Like, punch the spaghetti, smack the spaghetti. Like, okay, and then it's like a rhythm thing. I just have to, whenever the actions come up, I just obey and I do it. Yeah, no one told me about, Goldilocks or Family of Bears trying to kill you in the process, but hey, new comment, Static Discharge 2. I was looking to upgrade the new Static Discharge 2 today. Ooh. Emit a huge burst of electricity when struck, damaging all around you. And right now I have the wrench stuff. Besides this perfect
When
situation
struck,
right now...
so meleeed.
Right. Yeah, I guess I am being shot more often than I am being, like, punched or kicked or whatever.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Spaghetti.
Spaghetti. Um, that game was a bit scary. Actually, if we're referring to this channel, Lunch Lady was kind of odd, but I didn't like it when the Lunch Lady was nearby, if that counts.
How about Dead Space?
We're not going to talk about Dead Space, because Dead Space made me go poopy in my pants, and that was a game my sister and I started playing, and that series is currently on hiatus. But who knows? Maybe you and I can pick it up. The thing with here's the thing with Dead Space. They are masters of using audio to their advantage when creating a spooky atmosphere. So do you ever get that feeling or vibe when you're playing a game and you're trying to be as quiet as possible, but then your character has to like talk loud or do something loud and you're like, Jesus fucking Christ, like why am I being so loud right now?
Yeah.
That's how Dead Space is. Just with the foot stomping to like double tap an enemy pretty much. His overall just sounds when he's swinging. It's the reverb. It's everything. It's the music when, I forgot what the enemies are called in that game. Like xenomorphs or something.
Yeah, I forget what they're called too.
Yeah, but just the idea that like they were people and it's like just mutated people. You
Yeah.
can either fail or do really great as a game designer when it comes to human mutation.
Oh, I was gonna say Dead Space for me was the scariest game I think I ever played.
They made jump scares viable again. That's how I would word it. And they did an amazing job doing that. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
I feel like it.
Yep,
I feel like it
fuck her up.
operates heavily on the jump scares to begin with, right?
Yes. Oh, I'll never forget the first game. There's like an elevator scene. Or in the demo, there was something like that. And you're just riding in this elevator, and you're like, oh, cool beans. You know, get to the next floor, no big deal. Xenomorph just comes out of nowhere. You got to fight it. I'm like, oh my god. Yeah, not
Yeah,
fun.
the jump scares I feel are
Wow, look at the
so
convenience
dramatic
of
as
this.
well. They're just so heavily dramatic. They're not just a scare.
Yeah.
Oh, keep doing it. Yeah, snap them pictures.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo, yeah.
Okay, so now it's too low.
Woo.
So armor-piercing rounds. Well, I hope we have armor-piercing rounds on the machine guns. We do not. So what about... Armor-piercing bucks? Nope. Pistol... Armor-piercing. Let's try it out. 4, 5. Ah! It's okay. Oh, they don't stay paralyzed for too long.
Nope. Uh-oh, you better heal. Heal. Heal up, heal up, heal up. Ooh, you gotta heal up. Ooh, yeah. There you go.
All right. I don't know where we left off with harvesting and rescuing, so how are we starting this episode?
I think you rescued the last one, so I think it's time to harvest.
All right, you got it. Actually, this is beautiful anyways, because the machine's right there to upgrade, so...
Hey.
I forgot how much we left off with. Oh, so we have quite a bit.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Knock foes back with hurricane force. Laugh as they bounce off the wall.
It's great. You'll love it.
All right, if you say
Alright,
so.
so this way. Well, hopefully we run into a splicer sometime soon. You know what? Let's go down here real quick, because there's some hidden stuff, I believe.
69, nice.
60. Nice, dude. Uh,
Hey, an exit sign in the water. That's so convenient. There's a weird
Aha.
sound, and I
Oh,
don't
I
know
saw
what it
something.
is.
Weird sound, you say?
It's like a woo, woo,
Like from the
woo,
game?
woo, 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 woo.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe it's their propellers or something? Oh, static discharge. That is nice.
Ooh. I will say this. As we near the end of this episode, because we're getting there on time, I want to get your opinion on the Super Mario movie.
I did see the
you
trailer.
see the trailer?
Yesterday.
Talk to me. Talk
Yeah.
to me.
Well, as a kid who grew up with Mario, I will say that obviously we all had the same thoughts, like, okay, here they go. They're about to destroy one of the #1 video game icons by making this film with actors and actresses who I thought maybe shouldn't be involved with the movie. You know, it's because Mario is relevant again, or maybe more relevant due to certain releases on the Switch. I don't know what it is, where all of a sudden they're making an animated movie. So I thought, oh, here we go. They're going to ruin everything. There goes Nintendo's reputation. The like minute and a half of a trailer that I saw, I didn't hate it. I was very skeptical when I heard Chris Pratt was going to do the voice for Mario. And I'm like, really? Chris Pratt. How is he going to... I've never heard him pull off an Italian accent. And for those of you who don't know, the guy who's been doing Mario's voice for, God, 25, 30 years now, his name is Charles Martinet? Something like that. He is Mario. But Chris Pratt brought back the Brooklyn style Mario, which I appreciate. I actually don't hate that. It's the thing is again, 25, 30 years of hearing an Italian accent, you almost forget that type of Mario existed at one point. And it existed before the Italian accent. I think Jack Black does okay as a Bowser. I would have to see more of the movie. And Toad's character, he made me laugh. When I think of Toad, I don't know if I think of that type of personality. I wasn't given enough to really say, oh, I'm going to hate this, I'm going to love it, or I think it's just going to be okay and mediocre. I just hope they don't damage this, Nintendo's or Mario's reputation as if he's a real person, but as a video game enthusiast, I want to give it a chance.
Okay, I agree. I think it's worth. I think it's worth a chance. I don't think it's as bad as what people were thinking, and I don't absolutely hate Chris Pratt's voice just yet. Granted, we only heard 2 lines, but I'm excited to see what it sounds like. I'm excited to see what happens with it. So,
yeah, I think you and I just need to watch the movie. That might even be the first movie I actually go to theaters to see in many years. I can't even tell you the last movie I saw in theaters. And I know my daughter was probably a toddler. and she is currently 8 years old, so it's been many years. I think I'm gonna have to go to the movie for that one though. But guys, anyways, we're running out of time. Thanks for tuning in. Matt, anything you want to say before we close out?
Watch the Super Mario trailer, and we'll see you next time.
Guys, thanks for tuning in, and as always, peace.